Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Brentford 1, Everton 3. We've won a game. We have won a game in the Premier League at last. And to be fair, it was a tremendous display from Everton tonight. Absolutely brilliant performance. I'm delighted for all the Blue Noses that made that trip down to Brentford. The manager brought James Garner into the side at the expense of Arna Danjuma for this one. Went with basically the same team as last week. Obviously, just that one change. And Everton made a really good start to the game. Got on top right from the word go and took the lead after 6 minutes with a reworked free kick. Come back out to James Garner. He angled it in. James Tarkowski had stayed up. Great header. And Abdoulaye Doucoure with an absolutely brilliant finish into the roof of the net to give Everton a lead after, like I said, just 6 minutes. And a really positive performance. The opposite, so much opposite from the Arsenal game, which I know it was Arsenal and I know they're a good side, but that was the problem last week. The problem for me last week was there was no invention, there was no desire to win the game. That wasn't the case tonight. There was invention, there was a desire to win. There was effort, there was intensity. Everything that was missing from last week was there today. And to be honest, Brentford, I wouldn't say couldn't live with us, but Brentford struggled. They struggled to really cope with us, with our intensity, and they are an excellent side. Loads of time for Brentford, loads of time for Thomas Frank. But tonight, to be frank, Everton were excellent. We missed a couple of great opportunities, and we had a really, really good one. Really good. To make it 2-0, Abdoulaye Doucoure done brilliant and smashed this shot against the bar. And I think it was something like 83 seconds later, Brentford were level. And just poor defending, really. Michalenko, nowhere to be seen. And we look at, you've seen it again on the TV, and it looked, Bueno looked offside, but there's all this first phase, second phase stuff comes into play. And the goal was given. But what was good about Everton tonight was they didn't let that, crush them. He got back on the front foot. Beto should have restored our lead. Great play from Idrissa Gana Gueye, slid him in. He dinked it over the keeper, but put it wide. It needed to be a tighter finish. We had other opportunities too, but went in 1-1 at the break. Came out second half, and there was just that intensity was still there. And Everton were on it straight away, and were on top straight away. And Brentford was struggling to just get into the game. There was so much more control, I think, as well from Everton in the second half. And we did get our rewards. A Dwight McNeil corner. James Tarkowski, as he's taking it, is screaming to him where to put it. The corner comes in, and Tarkowski with a good close-range header to restore our lead, to put us 2-1 up and really put the pressure back onto Brentford. They almost equalised, though. It was the weird thing about this was they'd offered nothing in the second half. Sky Sports put a stat up. They hadn't had anything in the second half, but they kicked off from conceding. We give away a bit of a cheap free kick, and it puts us under pressure. A ball into the box, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who'd come on just before we scored for Beto, makes such an important block to stop it going 2-2. And we threw bodies in the way of it, and we scrambled it clear. And then not long after that, great play from James Garner, wins the ball, comes forward, outside of his foot, plays Dominic Calvert-Lewin through, and Dom runs on, and it's a cool finish to give Everton a 3-1 lead. And, from that moment on, we totally controlled it. Brentford were kept at arm's length. If anything, Everton could have added to it. It did have, I said early on watching it, it had a Brighton away feel to this one tonight, and Everton did. They could have easily come out of there scoring 5 or 6 goals. That's no exaggeration. It's been a tremendous performance, as good as a performance as that Brighton one. In some respects, probably even better, because that Brighton one, they had a lot of control in the second half, and we hit them on a counter attack. Wasn't really about that tonight. Everton were in total control. I thought Tarkowski was brilliant. Jarrad Branthwaite, excellent again. Doucoure had a real strong game. Sky gave Doucoure man of the match. It's difficult to argue. He scored a good goal and was everywhere, but My man of the match, I'm going to give it to James Tarkowski. An assist, the important second goal, and he manned that defence brilliantly. Got his head on everything, was a constant, threat off set pieces, won everything that come into our box. So he was my man of the match, but I understand why Doucoure got it. Certainly he was everywhere, but there was a lot of good performances tonight. Brentford, like I said, continued to impress. Beto worked out. Dom, I thought, was excellent when he come on. Real good centre forward play, link up play, hold up play, excellent, great movements, just looking sharp as anything. And Everton had those moments from the bench, didn't he? Dan Juma got to learn to play a simple ball, but he was a threat when he come off the bench. So a great win tonight. It feels great. I'll be honest, I forgot what it felt like for Everton to win a Premier League game. We have to go back to that horrible afternoon in May when we beat Bournemouth for the last time we won one. So it's been a long time coming. But hopefully now that can give them the confidence they need to go on and build. We've got a tough cup game in midweek, but the 2 home games now in the Premier League for the break are vital. Luton at home, Bournemouth at home, it has to be 6 points. If Everton can get, the manager can get 6 points out of that, we'll be halfway up going into the next international break, and that'll be excellent from where we started. So let's hope this is the beginning. The last 3 away games, we've scored 7 goals. That's good. We need some goals at Goodison now for the home crowd. It'll calm everything down. And hopefully the manager will have that confidence now in the players to go, we have got goals in us, we can, have that intensity. They have to do it as well. He can set them up all he wants. If they cross that white line and don't do it, it's on them as well. And that's the marker. He put a marker down tonight, and they have to, quite simply, they have to live up to it. But it's one win, and that's all it is, but it feels good. So I'm going to enjoy it, and I hope you will as well, unless you're a Brentford fan, of course, which I'm sure you will bounce back anyway. Such a good side. But tonight is all about Everton, and I'm absolutely delighted. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching. See you later.